All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Watch out. Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Patriot!
On second down, here's McCarron. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. Third down here.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs because he can really impact this offense. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun here, McCarron. And that is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the rookie from NC State, this is Nyheim Hines. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
Double tight. 4 down, check, 4 down.
Now a play fake, and it's Luck. He'll buy some time right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Doyle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, boys, we got four down. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. 12. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. Go ahead. Motion.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Check 24.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the point, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
McCarron will bring the Bills up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play here for Buffalo. 58 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Hey, hey, 50.
And from the red zone now, it's McCarron. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Hauschka with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
4 down, 4 down. Monday.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
11. Strong right. 11. Alert 80. Hey, easy. Alert 86.
Now it's Locke. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Breaks through the contact. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are in for 6. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
McCarron will bring the Bills up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey.
McCarron on 1st down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
No. Check. Patriot. Alert. Mike's 50. Hold this.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Tight end right.
From the gun, it's McCarron. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Hauschka adds the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
This is Hines. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know you feel that.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Man left. Hey, 40
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Funchess with a catch over the middle. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Good for a Colt first down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Here's Mack. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Switch. 49's the mic. Watch 49.
Now we're carrying from Mack. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Luck. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Campbell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And this time McCarron will throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, we got 3.
McCarron going to try and throw on third down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
This one away by the punter, Dar. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Right, 675. Second, 490.
Now it's Hines. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Colts on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Second, blue, 40. Hey, easy. 4 down. 12.
From the gun, here's Locke. Over the middle, complete. It's Campbell. And a loose football. And the Bills have recovered. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game.
Three down. Rolling. Check 31. 49.
They run with Hines. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Gun. 49.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Tight right, tight right. 140, easy, easy, alert, alert. But we got to stand up over there. Color.
Out of the gun, Luck. And he connects with Ebron. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Now Mack, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
51's the mic. 51.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
3 down, 3 down. Wide, 6 to the 2. Watch twist. Watch 11.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
The Colts on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Second, 140. Alert. 3 down. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Tempo.
To throw is Luck. He sets to fire deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
McCarron will bring the Bills up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Check three. Leopard. Set. Blue 90.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for it.
It got his man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun. I got it. Mike's 50.
McCarron now on 1st down. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
No. Check. Patriot. Over. Go.
They'll pitch it out to McCoy. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
3 down.
Here's Luck. Looking left sideline, incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Hines, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
3 down.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Luck on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Play action. It's locked. Throw left side complete. It's Campbell. He got 29 yards that time.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Shift. 49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
SOS. 49, guys.
They get it to him running left. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
Hey. We got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. Check 24. Check 24.
Here's Hines on the toss play. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Touchdown. You got you, son. He took you to school.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On 1st down, McCarron. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Switch. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back now in Indianapolis. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4.
Over! 54's Mike. Check that.
On play action, it's McCarron sliding out of the pocket. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And that one results in 35 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now McCoy. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Check.
They get it to him running left. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Working from the gun here, McCarron. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Back. Hey, Mike 51.
On the carry, it's Wilkins. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more
Color.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Gun.
Back to throw. Locke throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts add on to their lead. It was 3rd and medium. They popped the short pass, looking to pick up the first, accomplish that mission, and then they accomplished a lot more on that mission all the way for the score.
Let me focus in on one word you used, pop, right? They popped the short pass, and then what happened after that? They popped the big run. Because now, once he caught it, didn't have anyone else in the vicinity to bring him down, and he takes off, and he kept going. Nice gutsy call, even better execution.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set. To head back onto the field, and so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go.
Short-term memory.
And move on to the next series.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And they'll go play action with McCarron, escaping the pressure right. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap for McCarron. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McCoy. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And they'll run it with McCoy. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Get to the marker. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. Caught left side by Hilton. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but, boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop, 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 8.
4 down.
They'll run with Mack. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now McCarron rolling to his right. On the crossing route, complete. That's McKenzie. A good pickup there, a 22. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Over!
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Flex Brown! Flex Brown!
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Woo! You got him! You got him! You got him!
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Check.
Let's go. Mike 51! Mike 51!
Staying on the ground with Mack. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Woo! I know you feel that.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Throwing, Brissett. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Bills getting set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Yeah. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
Right back to him on first down. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.